Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Mallu TV. If you are looking for a job search or want to start a business in Sweden, then you are in the right video. I know you are super excited and there are lots of hype is going around on this new visa thing. Unfortunately, there are some drawbacks for this visa. I already gone through and we have 3 pages. So we have to cover all this one, okay? So first, I'm going to talk about the requirements and all the juicy stuff, and there are second one I will talk about the drawbacks of this new visa, and the last I will talk about my personal thoughts about the new visa. Okay, so stick around to the end, it will really worth it. So before jumping into the video, I would like to say 78% of you watching our channel are not subscribed. Okay, so if you are getting some educational information and some entertainment from our channel, please consider to subscribe to our channel. That will really help to grow our channel, and we really appreciate that. Alright, I really mean it. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump into the video. Let's first talk about all the juicy stuff of this visa. Juicy stuff means all the positive things and all the requirements you want for this visa. First, you will get the visa from 3 to 9 months maximum, and you won't be able to extend this visa. Okay, the requirements for this one is like you need an advanced level degree, which means it's like a master's, PhD, a professional degree, which worth around 60 to 330 credits. That's the first requirement you want. And the second one, you need to plan to seek an employment or explore the possibility of your own business. Okay, and the third one, able to support yourself during your stay and money to cover the cost of your journey back home. So that means you need the money for your entire stay here. At the same time, I'm not sure, maybe you have to show the money for the journey back home, or you need to show the flight ticket. You are ready to go back home once you don't get the what you call visa. The next one is comprehensive health insurance. Comprehensive health insurance, they didn't mention anything like that, how much money it need to be. But if you are comparing to a valid visiting visa, it been mentioned that all the hospital bills, all the emergency, the medication, and dental, everything will be covered, at least 30,000 euro, which means around 30 lakhs Indian rupees. So it should be that much need to be covered by your comprehensive health insurance. But again, I'm not sure about that because it is not mentioned in the website. Okay. And next one, this is important, that you have a valid passport to cover your entire period you intended to be in Sweden. Okay, and if the passport is going to expire, you should be extended, because you cannot get a permit for longer than your passport is valid. All right, and then the next one is like you have to be located outside the Sweden. So when you are applying for this visa, you have to be outside the Sweden. Okay, and this is another positive thing that more people are just talking about, that you don't need any IELTS, because it is not mentioned in the website that any special language requirements are needed. So that means no IELTS needed. Okay, and you can apply this visa and one you can do as a online, and otherwise you can put a paper statement. Okay, so then paper statement is normally like a slow process. It will take little time, and I will prefer to do that as an online if you're doing it. Okay, so I will give you a little bit more detail on how you can apply through online. Okay, and what are the documents you need to be attached when you're doing this online thing. Okay. So it says you need a digital copy of your passport pages. So when you're taking the passport pages, don't just take a piece of that passport front and back. You need to be covered by everything, like front, back, middle, and the passport need to be seen by the scan and their passport size. Actually, when you check the down, there is kind of a small dotted printed numbers there, right? So that also need to be covered, and they need to see the edge of the passport as well. So when you're doing it, make sure you getting the entire passport pages. That means inside, outside, not the cover I'm talking about, the front page, back page, and there are some other kind of signature and everything. If it is there, it need to be included. Okay. Then another one is like digital copy of examination certificate. How many valid certificates you need have? So all the copies of those certificates. Next one is the digital copies of official transcript. That you will get it from university. But again, some of the university won't let you give you the transcript. So I don't know how that will be helpful. But you need to talk to the university. But it has been mentioned that when you are applying that, it need to be added in the website, online website. Okay. So next one is the bank statement. You need to add the digital copies of your bank statement and how much money you need to keep for your per month here. It has been mentioned like 13,000 SEK for each month. So which means if you are living for if you are taking only for a 3 months period, like if you are coming only for a 3 month and going for search, it is like 39,000 SEK, Swedish krona. And if you are looking for a 6 months period, and you are getting for 78,000 SEK. But if you are looking for kind of a long period, that's maximum 9 months, then you are 117,000 SEK you needed. So which means around, I would say 10 lakh Indian rupees you needed in your bank as an asset for your living expense here. Okay. And another one is the digital copy of your comprehensive health insurance. Again, as I said, like it is not mentioned how much money it need to be covered, but when I looked into the visiting visa, I can see that it need to be covered at least 30,000 euro actually. Okay. And yes, and this is also important that you need to give a consent letter to, you need to sign that consent letter, because that form you can download from the internet. That link is being given there. So you need to give the consent that all the documents you are providing them will be checked by the Swedish Council of Higher Education. So they will verify and make sure that you have the sufficient credit to apply for this visa. Okay. Any documents, it is not, maybe because there are people who living in other countries, might be the documents will be in their own language. So if it is not in English or in Swedish, you can go to an authorized translator and get the paper done from them with all the proper way. Okay. You know that. I mean, it's authorized solicitor or a lawyer or somewhere you can go and do that. There, if it is not in English or Swedish. So you have to convert it to the English or Swedish. Okay. And the next one is like the able to pay the fees with your credit card or debit card. So these are the juicy stuff. Okay. So now we will go into the drawbacks of this visa. Okay. Again, it is not mentioned anywhere. So these are the thoughts I got it when I just gone through the this new visa thing. So it can be right or it can be wrong. I'm not sure, but these are my thoughts. Just take it as a grain and salt. Okay. So the first drawback is you are not allowed to bring your family when you are in this visa. Okay. So once you move to the work permit only, you can bring your family here. So that's the first drawbacks of this visa. So the next one is Swedish language. So we'll exclude IT and engineering people. Okay, so most of the companies, if you know English, then it's okay. But I'm talking about the other industries, okay? So most of the companies prefer a person who is speaking Swedish, okay? Then only they will hire the person. So in that case, if you're coming in this visa and looking for a job, I was wondering how they're gonna hire you, all right? So that's why I'm not clear about that subject actually. So I'm kind of skeptical on over there. So next one is you're not allowed to do any part-time job. I know even if you have the money in your account, you may be able to get some part-time job here when you are here. or you might find a part-time job here. But in this visa, you are not allowed to do any part-time job. I know some of you will do some illegal part-time jobs, but that always, I'm not a good fan of that. I'm not even support that. But in that case, yeah, you're not allowed to do it. So that's the overall thing. Okay. Next one is about the coordination number and the personal number. Because of you don't have 12 months visa, then you won't be able to apply for the personal number till now. So I don't know there is any update on going over coming week or something, but till now it's not sure. Like you might get a coordination number, or you may be able to get a personal number. So for now, it's not clear how you gonna treat in this visa category. So until you don't get a personal number, I don't think you won't be able to start a bank account. So if any transaction you have to do it with the card from back home. Okay. And okay, so this is also another thing. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. Okay. So it is been mentioned in the website that if you get a job in Sweden during the period, you can apply for a work permit from within the country, which means you can apply from here. So from last year, I know people who came here on student visa, okay, and they got a job, and once they apply for a work permit, and the migration board asked them to go back to India. Okay. So that not only for a small jobs, it's for even IT people, a family who got an IT job. Even for them, migration board told them to go back to India and apply from there. So nowadays, companies are also telling to the any candidate who've been hired, they have to go back to India. So in that case, I don't know how they're gonna do it, because if they're gonna do it for a student visa, of course they're gonna tell you if you get a job here, you have to go back to India. So they're also a little concern for me, because some of the bigger companies are fine, but if you're thinking about a smaller industry, like I'm talking about the delivery jobs or a hotel, or all these kind of people who you go back to India and you apply for the visa, and there might be a lot of delays for this one to be get approved. So meantime, I don't think all these kind of job, the employer will wait for you for longer period. So there will be higher chance that you might get rejected even if you go back to India and apply. I mean, India means abroad anywhere. I mean, other countries also, if you're coming, there will be great chance you will be rejected, or take long time, or maybe you will lose the job or something like that. Okay. So if they are doing this way to a student visa, then I don't take this as you can apply from here, something like that. Or maybe in the coming week they're gonna update, because this is new. That means nobody yet get it. I don't think anybody get it yet. For my knowledge, I don't know. So maybe they're gonna update or renew something new. All right. So until then, these are all the drawbacks, big drawbacks actually. Okay. So the next one, I have the concern of the job thing. So finding a job. So they're talking about finding a job or a professional job or something, like whatever it is. So they didn't mention that you come in a master's degree and you find a delivery job or a restaurant job or something. Are you still eligible to take it, or you are not? That is not mentioned yet. So that's why I'm not sure about like what they meant really by the job, finding a job. It can be any job. So the next, they didn't mention that this visa, or maybe I'm not wrong, maybe I don't know. The visa you are getting valid only in Sweden or rest of the Schengen countries. If it is for the rest of the Schengen countries, then it's a good option, because you still can travel in other places and look for a job. But if you are only in the Sweden, then you have to tie up to the Swedish area only. Okay, so these are the kind of drawbacks I find out when I gone through this one compared to the student visa or something like that. So what is your opinion on that? Okay, So the next one, the last is my thoughts. Okay, so these are the thoughts when I compared with this two I mean with the student visa and with the new rule. These are the thoughts, my personal thoughts. Okay, it can be wrong again, as I said before. It can be wrong, it can be right as well. Okay, so that you decide it. All right, so let's go into it. Okay, so these are my thoughts about this visa. Okay, first of all, this visa is not new actually. For example, if you take an ice cream and you put some sprinkle on it and you eat it, you can still, it's the same ice cream, right? You will get little sugar rush. So exactly same like that. It's the same like a visiting visa. Like visiting visa you will get for 90 days maximum. And that you sometimes can be extended if you have a family member or something, but this one is not extended. So it's similar like a visiting visa. Legally in visiting visa, you are not allowed to come here and look for a job. But right now they make it like little bit more clear. That's the sprinkle I'm talking about. You can come here and look for a job. And when you get a job, you can settle down here. Or you can start a business or something like that. Okay? So it's not new. It's the same as a visiting visa. Okay? Again, there are no proper clear rules on this one yet. So maybe in the coming days or weeks, it can be updated. So if I compare that to the 1 year student visa, I mean talking about 12 months student visa, I will still prefer to take 12 months student visa, even though I don't prefer to go with 1 year student visa. But if you compare it and you want to take which one you prefer, I will go with the 1 year student visa, because 1 year if you take it, you can bring your family at the same time. You will study and your partner can work full time. Okay, and 1 year once you finish your studies, you can renew it you can extend it for 1 more year. So basically, you are getting 2 years actually. I will suggest to go with the 2 year student visa, but if you're comparing with that to the 9 months residence for the high qualified people, if you comparing, I will definitely go with the 1 year student visa. Okay. Okay. So next one, in the worst case, if you don't get a job, okay, still you have to spend that 9 months, or maybe you're gonna leave before something. It doesn't matter. Just imagine you stay here for 9 months. Okay. So the 9 months, the expenses are kind of at least you will, even though they're talking about 13,000, you might spend around for 6,000 to 7,000 or something, depends upon where you live. Okay, so that will be waste of money actually. Even though if you get it, it's good, but if you don't get it, it's waste of money. So again, that's what I'm talking about. If you are taking a 2 year visa for a student visa, you will have a peace of mind here. At least you will have, yeah, it is expensive, but you will have a peace of mind. You will have time. In that time, you can find a part-time job, or then that slowly you can move into the work permit to the permanent residence and then citizenship. Okay, so yeah, that's the my thought about that one. Okay, so the next one, I would say this visa is mostly they're looking for entrepreneurs. Okay, again, I'm not 100% sure. Don't take my word, actually. It's my thought, personal thought. Okay, so I would say this visa is basically for entrepreneurs, because if you look here, the population and the age gap, here more people are aged people here. So if you're looking for the future, they want younger people with entrepreneurs, and the investment also will be very good for this economy in this in Sweden. It's basically the same like in Dubai. Like Dubai is more attractive because for the investors, because there are no taxes, right? It's the same like here. There are taxes, but people will be more interested to come in a better economy, especially in Europe. Okay, and yeah, so if you're looking for a comparison and a percentage wise, I would, in out of 100, okay, I would say 80% for entrepreneurs who will get visa, and 10% for the PhD holders, okay, and 10% for the other jobs. So these are the my percentage rate. I was thinking about this visa. If new rules comes or something more friendly rules comes, yeah, I'm completely wrong here. But for my thought right now, I'm thinking more people will get job here, especially if you are going to be an entrepreneur here, okay. Yeah, so they need more money need to be flow in here, so they will definitely give more visa to these entrepreneurs and the business minded peoples, yeah, or like that. If you don't get a job here, and I've been in that place for 2 years, okay, so I know how much pressure and the grief yeah, will go through each day if you are here, if you're not getting a job or anything like that. So that's why I don't really, even if somebody asks me which one I prefer, I will still say like you have to go with this student visa. Again, it is expensive, but it is a peace of mind, and you will have time, and easily you can find a job and you can settle down with your family here without, yeah, it's not easy, but yeah, definitely you will get it. Okay, so that's, yes, that's all. So we basically covered everything right now. So now it's your turn. You have to look through and think about and yeah, decide what you actually want. For me, I'm not taking it right now. It's not a good option. I will not recommend to the people, but if you like it, yes, do it. If you still think it is a real good option to come to Sweden and get a job here, just do it. All right, hope you got some information. This is my personal thought. Don't take it personally. I shared my thoughts actually, so you decide what you want. So that's all for now. Until we see you next time, goodbye from Rinkunyu, Lexi and Toby. Bye.